Hello and welcome to Turning On to Preservation. Let's go ahead and get started, and I'll roll through some of my favorite articles that I found this week. Mysterious shipwreck discovered along historic Florida shore. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I do love a good mystery, and nothing quite piques my interest like a shipwreck. It may be that I'm a Florida girl and that I am partial to anything related to the sea, but either way, this is a really cool article. So what had happened is a shipwreck was discovered along the coast of St. Augustine. As the tides receded, the shipwreck magically appeared. Actually had been buried in the sand for many years, but either way it was discovered, and it actually has a hole that's over 80 feet long, and it's called Lighthouse Archaeological Maritime Program, also known as LAMP, but that's a really long name, is the ones who are doing the investigation. And so far, they're unsure as to its origin. So you'll have to follow the story and see what it turns out to be, because it could be really cool. I do have a soft spot for mid-century modern. It really is by far my favorite, and has become extremely popular during this generation thanks to the TV show Mad Men. So when I found this article, it's really short, and I thought this is awesome. It has really cool pictures of some of these modern buildings, and it's done by none other than the legendary Brazilian architect Oscar Niemeyer. He is listed as one of the greatest architects of the 20th century. However, he's only really known for the work he's done in Brazil, and lesser known for what he has done in Algeria, France. For example, one of the buildings he did in Algeria, called the La Coupole, which is a sports arena, and I probably just butchered that because I do not speak an ounce of French, so I apologize. It was designed in the 1960s, and it stands apart from the rest of the traditional buildings that surround the area. So the photographer, Jason Audi, he brought to light these hidden gems in his new series called Concrete Spring. He wanted to use these images to point how these buildings represent a modern nation that gained its independence from France back in 1961, and how a re-examination of this type of architecture is needed for Algeria as they face these days hard times and political turmoil. However, the University of Seoul architecture students and design firm UTAA have created a new way of taking the everyday, ordinary, and transforming it into something memorable and extraordinary. The result of this modern rest area for students is something that is organic and inviting, and it really does create a sense of place that you'll definitely want to revisit again. What is one of the oldest building materials on Earth? If you guessed clay, then you are correct. Clay is a naturally occurring material which comes from the ground in areas where streams or rivers once flowed. It is actually a part of traditional building techniques. For example, in the southwest portion of the United States, pueblos, which are old Native American communities, created structures that were made of adobe. Adobe is actually composed of clay, water, and sand and other material, usually straw or sticks or sometimes manure. These adobe buildings proved to be great at absorbing the sun's rays on those hot sunny afternoons, and then taking that stored warm energy and releasing it at night, which is awesome because if you don't know, it's hot in the day and it's cold at night in the desert. Once again, thank you for checking out Turning On to Preservation. Don't forget to like this video, like my Facebook page, and check me out at turningontopreservation.com, and also follow me at Twitter at TurningOnToPres.